Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. You know what that means. NFL Week 18 picks, last regular season picks of the year. Well, technically not of the year, but of the season as we head into the postseason. So, no Thursday night games. So the first games played will be Saturday, January 7th, which brings us to the first game. Kansas City on the road versus Las Vegas. Second meeting of these two teams. Last time these guys played, I believe it was Monday Night Football. Chiefs had to come back. Another blown Raiders lead. Chiefs come off of a win over Denver last week. Raiders with a win. Well, actually, an overtime loss against the 49ers. So, Chiefs are playing for that one seed. Raiders obviously already eliminated from the playoffs. I think the Chiefs are looking to streak heading into the playoffs. And I believe they get the win over the Raiders Saturday as they look to get that one seed. Saturday night game, Tennessee versus Jacksonville. Second meeting of these two teams. Tennessee lost a few weeks back to Jacksonville. And obviously the winner of this game wins the AFC South and will give them the 4th seed in the playoffs. So, Jacksonville comes off of a win last week. And if I'm not mistaken, Tennessee comes off of a loss versus Dallas. So, Joshua Dobbs is playing for the Titans here. I guess they're just going to chill on Malik Willis till next year and let him develop, which we all kind of assumed. Jacksonville with a win over Houston last week. Lawrence didn't play too well, but, won the game pretty handily with the rushing attack. So I like Jacksonville here to win. I feel like they've really been cooking the second half of the season, and Tennessee's kind of just faded. So give me Jacksonville. On to the Sunday 1 o'clock matchups. Starting off with Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Tampa Bay has already won this division, so this game isn't as important. But still, Tampa needs to keep rolling with their starters because outside of last week's game, which was a complete anomaly, I can't say the word, It was a complete outlier of their season. Their offense hasn't looked that good. Brady hasn't looked that good all year. Maybe that's a sign of things to come, but I do think they sweep Atlanta here, and they prepare to play their playoff game at home versus the 5th seed, which is probably going to be Dallas, but could be Philly. So, second matchup, another division matchup, New England versus Buffalo. Big game for New England and Buffalo as well, as Buffalo looks to get that top seed. Second meeting of the season. Buffalo's favored by 7. I like Buffalo to, play for DeMar. So, not really sure what's going to happen with that Cincinnati-Buffalo game. They really haven't given much of an update other than they're not going to resume it this week. So, they, I don't know, kind of a tough situation with that whole game. What do you do there? Do you schedule for next week? Do you just call it a tie? Do you call it a no contest? I don't know. So, that has a big impact, though, on the playoff seeding. So, I don't know. We're just going to go ahead and just keep rolling with the picks. So, give me Buffalo. I think they get it done here at home as they look to, all these teams are looking to get rolling to the playoffs. So, I think Buffalo gets the win. Minnesota versus Chicago. Minnesota comes off of a really bad loss on the road at Green Bay. They got smoked. And, hold on one second. Chicago got smoked as well versus Detroit. Geez, I'm probably going to pick Minnesota. I don't think they'll play that bad again. Chicago really hasn't been that good, you know. So, hopefully Chicago loses so we get a higher draft pick. Next game, Baltimore versus Cincinnati. As I've said before, Lamar Jackson is not coming back. I knew that. Been telling you all that since he got hurt. He's not going to come back till he gets paid. So, Baltimore comes off of a loss versus Pittsburgh. Nothing needs to be said there. Cincinnati, we know what happened during that Monday night game. You know, Baltimore's already beaten them once. But that was with Lamar, if I'm not mistaken. So I like Cincinnati to win here. You know, I think Cincinnati's probably, to me, I think they're the best team in the AFC right now. I'm not going to lie. So I think they get the win here. Next game, Houston versus Indianapolis. I'm pretty sure, did Houston beat Indianapolis? I don't know. This game doesn't really matter. Am I crazy for picking Houston here? Honestly, Jeff Saturday is like, what, 1-6? Colts just got smoked last week versus the Giants. Give me Houston. Give me Houston to win, Chicago to lose, so we can get a even higher draft pick for that second rounder we got from the Claypool trade. Heading into the next game, New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, this game is very important for the Steelers. You know, we need Buffalo to win. We need the Jets to win. And honestly, this is the second meeting between the Jets and Dolphins. The Jets smoked Miami like 41-10 early in the year. That's when the Jets were good, though. And so the Jets are obviously eliminated from the playoffs. Miami needs to win this to go to the playoffs. Miami's probably down their third-string quarterback. I mean, what do the Jets really have to play for here? Pride and knocking their rivalry out? Honestly, man, this is tough. I'm honestly going to pick the Dolphins to win here. It's a toss-up for me. Jets are favored by 1. But I don't know, man. Is Mike White really going to go in there and win? I know they got a good defense, but I don't know, man. On the next game, Carolina versus New Orleans. Second time these two teams have played. Obviously, these two teams played way, way earlier in the season with Carolina winning with Baker Mayfield. Saints have won 2 straight. Their defense has been playing pretty good. Offense, you know, just doing what they need to, managing the game. Marshall and Lattimore coming back was huge for the Saints last week. I don't know, man. Carolina's looked pretty good. Give me the Saints in a close ball game over the Panthers. Last 1 o'clock matchup, Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh. Cleveland's already eliminated. Pittsburgh technically would be eliminated with the Jets' loss. So, still, it'd be great to win this game. Finish the season on a high note of going 7-2. You know, we were in 2-6. And then after the bye week, we've gone 6-2. This is the second matchup, obviously. And the last time we played Cleveland was way back, Week 3, Thursday Night Football. We were a different team then. We had Mitch in there. couldn't really run the ball at all in our defense. No TJ, no shot. We're not going to get swept by Cleveland. Unless Pickett really craps the bed here and has some bad turnovers. You know, I feel like the game plan is going to be here. Let's stack the box and make Deshaun Watson beat us. I really hope we go back to what worked against Baltimore last week, and that was just bringing our big personnel in and make y'all beat us. Give me a Pittsburgh 21-14 win. 7-point win over Cleveland as we improve to 9-8 on the season. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that after the season's over. But we'll get to that later. 425 matchups. New York Giants versus Philadelphia. Giants already have that 6th seed clinched. So I got a feeling they're not really going to play their starters here, which I get. But in another sense, it's like, you know, do you really want to sit your starters for a whole week? I get it if you're trying to get healthy, but whatever. Philadelphia has lost 2 straight to Dallas and then the Saints with Gardner Minshew, as this is a big game for the Eagles, to be quite frankly honest with you. This is a game the Eagles need to win. I believe Jalen Hurts needs to play, and the Eagles need to take care of business and, you know, clinch that 1st seed and win this division. So it's going to be real interesting. Heading to the next game, well, give me Philly. Give me Philly. If they lose this game, they're in trouble. They are in big, big trouble, as Dallas is lurking. So Dallas versus Washington. If Dallas wins this and the Eagles lose, Dallas wins the division and gets that 1st seed. So, yeah, I got some big things going on here at 425. So, Washington, I'm pretty sure they're sticking with wins. That's a problem. Turn the ball over last week. What did I say? What did I say last week? You just costed yourself. Idiots. We know Dak's a turnover machine. Leads the league in receptions since coming back from injury. But Dallas still just has too much firepower for Washington here. Give me Dallas to win this game. Los Angeles Chargers versus Denver. Not really an important game here. Denver obviously not even close to the playoffs. Chargers already clinched a playoff spot, and I believe they're actually the 5th seed right now, moving ahead of Baltimore if I'm not mistaken. So give me the Chargers here as they hopefully get healthy, and it'd be good to see that. I'm glad they made the playoffs. I like their offense. I think Herbert's pretty good. Next game, Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle. This is a big game with that. This has a lot to do with that 7th seed. Baker. I don't know if Stafford's playing. I think they said he might be cleared, but I'm going to go ahead and assume Baker's playing. Seattle comes off of a win last week over the Jets. Rams lost to the Chargers. Not really surprised there. It's a weird matchup, man. So Green Bay just needs to win their game Sunday night, okay? But Detroit needs Seattle to lose versus the Rams, and Detroit needs to win. So there's the playoff scenarios. I'm going to go ahead and say Seattle gets it done, but I think it'll be a very close ball game. You know, Geno Smith played great last week. Will he choke it this week? Kenneth Walker's been playing good. I don't know if Tyler Lockett's back, but I think Seattle gets it done at home. You know, if the Rams had Aaron Donald, if the Rams had Cooper Kupp, I'd give them a solid chance. But I think Seattle gets it done. Arizona versus San Fran. This game is just irrelevant. Nothing needs to be said here. San Fran with a close win last week. In overtime, Cardinals another L. And the Cardinals have a top 5-ish, top 6-ish pick. I think the Cardinals get destroyed. I don't even think Hopkins played last week, and I don't blame him. Give me the 49ers. Last game of the season. In the regular season, at least. Detroit versus Green Bay. Second matchup of the year. Last time these two teams played, Aaron Rodgers threw, I believe, 3 interceptions. A lot of those were in the red zone. I think all of them were, actually. Very low-scoring game. Detroit comes off of a big win for them at Chicago, and a big win for Green Bay over Minnesota, as Green Bay's won 4 straight. They were 4-8. Detroit was, obviously, like we mentioned, like 1-6 or something really horrible. And then this second half of the season, they've really been playing good, and they are a high-scoring team. So, you know, I want to see a great game here. So, you know, Green Bay's at home. It's nighttime. I got Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay winning this game to go back to the playoffs. Game me Green Bay 28, Detroit 24. Very close ball game. I think it'll be a good game, and hopefully it is. So those are my picks. We'll see what happens. But you boys out. It's been a beautiful Wednesday. Peace. See y'all for the wild card picks.